Hey, this video is for you if you ever feel like you're drowning in emotions. If you ever feel like, oh my God, I just cannot deal with this anymore. Emotions are so strong that you just get overwhelmed and you just sit on the kitchen floor and go, enough's enough. Hi, I'm Webb and I'm an inner peace guide, and I help you to go from to Click the subscribe and hit the bell if you don't want to miss any more of my videos. You know, in my life, I've spent a lot of time drowning in emotions. And what I mean by drowning in emotions, I don't know if you've ever been to the beach and played in a little river next to the water. Next to the beach where the water is running down. It's not very deep. It's quite gentle. And you go over there and it may be just a boy thing, I don't know. But you put a little sand dam and you try to stop the water, and you can stop the water for a little bit of time. And the water starts to build up and build up and build up. And then at some point, your parents call you away for a sandwich or something, you know, a cheese sandwich or an egg sandwich with sand in. And then you go back and you see your little dam. It's all broken down and the water's gone over the top. Well, that's the way I see emotions. You've either got to be there to attend the dam, and eventually it'll break anyway. You just get a longer before the dam breaks. Or you've got to allow the emotions through to begin with. And what do I mean? That's the metaphor for drowning. But what are the signs that you're drowning in emotions? Well, the fact that you become so paralyzed in making decisions that you cannot make any decisions. You don't know what to do. You don't know where to turn. Or you just want to close the curtains, lock yourself away, and just don't want to deal with life. Can't deal with life anymore. Let me know in the comments if you've ever felt like that. You might feel really depressed, or you might feel like you're just thoroughly fed up. Or it might be something that's just happened. Perhaps you've split up, or perhaps someone's hurt you, or perhaps you've lost someone. And the emotions that have come along are just so overwhelming and powerful that it just drowns out all your thinking and all your rational thought and just consumes you completely, where you almost become paralyzed. You sit on the kitchen floor, you put your head between your legs and you're like, I can't do it anymore. And you're bawling your eyes out. You know, I was there when I split up with my first puppy love. And I was in town, sat at the steps of the cathedral, bawling my eyes out. You know, it's a Saturday afternoon. I was 18 years old. That's quite embarrassing. Even more embarrassing to admit now, I think. But at some point, you just cannot help it. These emotions come up and they drown you. And the thing is with emotions, because they come from our bodies and we're so disconnected from it most of the time, that our whole bodies get drowned in it. And our minds even go, I just can't deal with this, can't cope. Whereas normally we're functioning from our minds and our thinking, and our bodies are just feeling and doing the things they do. Emotions have one thing, it's to protect us, to grow our confidence, to give us something in life. But they've primarily evolved to protect us. So they're like phone calls, one of my teachers say, Jumpo, from the Mondo Zen tradition. Or the Mondo Zen, that's what they do. Hollow Bones tradition, I believe, something like that. I'll put links to the website and below. You can look it up. I highly, highly recommend it. Absolutely genius what they've done, him and Doshin together. But bringing it back, emotions are just like telephone calls. They literally are information. they're telling you something. Then they might be telling you to, a desire to go and follow something. Or they might be telling you a pain for something to avoid something. Whichever way, an emotion is information. And Junpo says, get the information and put the phone down and do something with it. The problem is, if we don't answer the phone, if we don't get the information, it will continue to build up and build up and build up and build up until at some point, can't deal with it anymore. And I'm sure we've all been there. But the other thing is to remember, emotions are not positive or negative. We often try to like the positive ones and push away the negative ones. They're neither. They're just information. That's what they are. And when we treat emotions as they are just information, we then don't get tangled up in them. We don't get they don't become part of the problem. They just become, like I say, information. Something that we need to be aware of. And you've heard the phrase, the more you resist, the more it persists. Well, that's the same as emotions as well. So I started this video off by telling you that to watch this if you ever struggle with overwhelming emotions. Well, this is what you can do. These are a few things you can do. Take time out and listen to the emotion. If it's loneliness, I almost fell off side. If it's loneliness, sit there and be lonely for a little bit. And what's the message below the loneliness? Why are you feeling lonely? What's happening? And it's very often not the person you're missing. It's very often a bigger picture than that. Something much bigger than that. Much more longing. An unfulfilled met somewhere below. Some shadow of the past. Something that happened to you a long time ago that you're still trying to plaster over. With nearly all of these emotions are that, actually, but we're going a bit deeper into the psychology behind emotions and why they keep arising and triggering us. For this video, let's focus on what we can do when they rise up. The other thing is we can just let it be. Allow the emotion to be what it is. You very often hear the advice, let it go, drop it, forget it, move on. That's not possible. The only way you forget something that's happened to you is if you have a stroke or Alzheimer's. I'm deadly serious. Otherwise it is there and it keeps coming up. You know exactly what I mean. So forget it? What kind of advice is that? But when it does come up, just let it be. Don't draw any more focus to it. Because emotions are very much like thoughts, in the fact that you have a thought, it's like a snowball, and you can do whatever you want with that. You can allow the snowball to go there and just melt. Or you can throw the snowball at somebody else and hope it hurts them. And then you get in a whole snowball fight and it just doesn't help no one. Unless it's just fun, but that's a different story. Or you can put the snowball on the ground and keep pushing it, which is very often what we do. And before you know it, you've got a great big snowball that you're pushing around. And you can't go anywhere about it. You're chained to it. It doesn't melt when the sun comes out, when things get better. The snowball becomes part of the problem. You might be able to hear my dog walking down here, like he's just coming down here. On the wooden floor, you can hear him tap dancing. So yeah, that's my advice for this video. I was going to say for today, I don't do daily videos. I do a couple of videos a week. Subscribe to my channel. Click the bell so you're notified. Share, comment. Let me know what you think of the video. Ask me questions. Tell me, how can I help you? How can I help you get over something you're going through at the moment? Or what is your biggest struggle to finding inner peace at the moment? And I will answer in the way of a video. If you want to stay anonymous, message me. StephenWebb.com. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for subscribing and hitting the bell. I'm wishing you a great day and take care. look after yourself. Namaste.